Yes, I know. You're sick and tired of me rollerblading and talking at the same time. I should be doing one or the other. But I gotta tell you, this is enjoyable. And it's good exercise. And for all of you who say you're gonna do it, do it. Today is an interesting day. And the reason I say that is because in the past 2 or 3 days, I've been hearing all this stuff about people breaking up. And for some reason, everybody keeps calling me about breaking up or telling me. By the way, I just wanted to say, this is getting ready for Christmas. Yes, already. Oh my God, look at this. Miami Christmas lights. Oh, here we go again. Man, I could have sworn it was just Christmas just recently. This will be a very interesting Christmas for me, and I hope it will be for everybody else. But the topic of my conversation today is breakup. No, not me. For some crazy reason, I keep hearing about people breaking up. And when I say hearing about it, what's happening is people seem to be, I guess I got one of those ears or faces that people want to talk to. Of course, not while I'm rollerblading, but it's a crazy situation. I've been hearing this from everybody. This past couple of days, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't understand what it is. It could be just the time of the year. Maybe people are starting to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to have to buy a Christmas present for people. Maybe that's what it is. But whatever it is, it's happening a lot. And what's happening? People are texting me, calling me, and asking for advice. Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at giving advice for this. And the reason is, I've been through a lot of this myself. Which, you know, if you follow me, you know that. I mean, everybody goes through this stuff. And when I say everybody, I mean absolutely everybody. I was just talking to a friend of mine today. He's going through a divorce. He'll be finalized soon. Been married 20 years. I was talking to another friend of mine yesterday, breaking up with his girlfriend after being with her for a year. I was just talking to another friend of mine this morning. This is a kicker. His girlfriend, who he's been with for 6 months, told him that she needed money to visit her ailing grandmother. As soon as I heard that, I said, oh boy, I know this scenario. And yes, it's exactly what I thought. Next thing you know is she left the country with his money, and he hasn't heard from her since. I've heard that one too many times. Oh boy, I'll tell you. And you know, you gotta realize something. This is after Halloween, just before Thanksgiving. And then all hell breaks loose for Christmas. And then New Year's. And people are miserable because of that. You know. And what do? You grin and bear it. You know? But I have to tell you, and I tell this to all my friends, time heals. And I promise you it does. Because we're all in this together. You know, it really does heal. And after a while, you just say, you know what? You go on with your life. Whoa! You go on with your life. And the person you were with goes on with their life. And before you know it, your lives are changed. And you learn to live with it until all of a sudden you just sit there and say, wow, my life's damn good. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is, how do I feel about my life? I'm having the time of my life. I'm just enjoying myself. And I hope you all are too. But life goes on, no matter how upset you are with things, your life will go on. Give it some time. And I mean that. You know, get into a new hobby. Clean things up. Straighten yourself out. Brush yourself off. Before you know it, all of a sudden, life's good. And I'll tell you this. What the beauty of it is, you know, people always think that the grass is greener on the other side. And all of a sudden, they realize, son of a bitch, what happened to them before, it's going to happen to them again. Because the grass is not greener on the other side. Basically, it's always the same. Eventually. And you find that out. Have I found that out? Yes. Has it taken me years to figure it out? Well, remember, I'm probably a lot older than most people listening to me. And the ones who have followed me in most of my life, they'll sit back here and say always the same thing. You know, Rick, I want to be you. Well, I love being me. I mean that. But I'm sure you love being you too. And I mean that also. So keep in mind, the grass is not greener on the other side. I've seen some of the most influential people in this world complain about things like you'd never believe. Yes, they do complain. Why? Because you can't be happy all the time. But you have to learn to live with all these things. And that's the part that people don't understand. You have to learn to live with this. So keep this in mind as you're living. And if you notice, I'm still rollerblading. Having a time of my life doing this. And for me, it's fun. So get into something you like. After this, I'll probably wax the Harley. Needs it. And then next week, I have a show that somebody wants my car in their show. So I've got to wax that too. Can I have it done? Of course I can. But that takes the fun out of owning it. And I love what's called instant gratification. So when I clean up my Harley, clean up my Porsche, clean the Mercedes, and they look great, you know, 2 hours, 3 hours later, and all of a sudden, everything looks fabulous. Instant gratification. Try it sometimes. Big boy, how are you, bud? You'll enjoy it. I promise you. Do this every once in a while, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. All right, listen, I got to get serious about my rollerblading now. Now I'm doing the Fast and Furious. Because yes, I'm loving it. And hopefully these teeth will stay just where they're at now. Have fun, everybody. If you followed me throughout this whole video, the last thing I'm going to tell you is please order my book from Amazon, Drugs and Roses. Get a good kick out of it. You'll laugh. You'll love it. Everybody have a grand day. Ciao.